Hi there.
Hey guys.
We are back at the park, and it is post-Hanami season, pretty much. As you can see in the background, we got all kinds of cherry blossoms all over the floor. We went on vacation and came back, and all the trees got naked.
Yeah.
So, but we got to see a little bit of it before we left. But anyways, thank you for joining us on this update. The end of March was the end of our quarter as well at Naganuma Language School. So, unfortunately, I did not pass my test, which was technically a midterm. I'm going to have to start from the beginning of the second half of last quarter, this quarter.
Yep. So I did pass, so I'll be starting the C level. So according to one of our teachers, that's a really different style of class. So at this point, our team's needs are calling us to do some things in the summer, and also because of what the teacher said about the structure of the school and how things will change next quarter for me, we might actually have that be our last quarter at that school and then move to private tutoring. And then the advantages of that would be it would allow us to grow more in conversational Japanese rather than the academic Japanese that's taught at the school. And also it would afford us a lot more flexibility in our schedules so that we can be a part of hosting teams, short-term mission teams from America over the summer, and other things like that that our team would appreciate us doing. So.
Next, we had a big JBM meeting here. So all of our M's from around Japan and anyone connected with us came in so we could have a special business meeting for the JBM. It allowed us to vote on things, get caught up on some things, some new changes that are happening as far as the back end of how we do things like reimbursements and all those fun things. So that was really cool, but we got to host one of our good friends who went through FPO with us a few months ago. That's actually more than a few months ago, over 6 months ago. We've been here for 6 months, that's crazy.
Yep.
And so that was a lot of fun getting to host her, and that was refreshing for us to be with her as well.
Yep, and we also got to spend a good amount of time with just other young missionaries in Japan, that some who went through FPO with us, and then others who are on our team or are not on our team, other places in Japan. So that was really fun to catch up with everyone and just to encourage one another and hear about what's going on in their ministries as well. So that was a lot of fun.
It's exciting because it feels like we're the next generation of missionaries here. And so we had our monthly English small group at one of our fellow missionaries' houses, and it was really good. Our church is going through, over the last month, topics of teaching children, parenting, those types of things. We shifted from Hebrews and going through the letter of Hebrews to talking about parenting, children's ministry. It's actually been a need of our church since we have a bajillion kids, and Japanese Christians, a lot of them, they don't grow up being Christians, so they don't know what it's like to parent and be a Christian at the same time. So it's just a new idea for them because they're not used to it yet.
Right. So Daniel has actually been asked to take on the responsibility of planning and organizing that each month. Our friend who was organizing it is just really overloaded right now, and so we feel, I'm sure Daniel feels really encouraged that he's trusted enough to take on this responsibility. So that's pretty exciting.
Last week we got to go to the zoo. We went to Ueno Zoo in the peak Hanami time, which was filled with bajillions of people. You'll see video or photos of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, so the zoo is in Ueno Park, which is Tokyo's most popular cherry blossom viewing spot. So it was insane.
So anyways, we got to hang out with a group, the Sekkei Volunteer English Club. It's a club at Sekkei University that I was able to do some ministry with back when I was a journeyman. So it was really special. This is the first time our team has reconnected with this group since we got back.
Journeyman term.
Yeah, since my journeyman term, since we got here. And so it was really good time to have some solid, unadulterated time with students there.
That was basically our first ministry event.
Yes.
Since we've been here, since we've just been doing school full time. So it was a lot of fun for us to finally take part in a ministry thing. So then to round out our March, we had our vacation in Okinawa, which was absolutely incredible. And we just want to say we were so blessed by Koza Baptist Church. They welcomed us, they hosted us, and they ended up driving us all around the island the whole time we were there because we still don't have our Japanese licenses. So it actually afforded us a lot of time to connect with a couple of Koza's leaders, and that was really cool. And we got to hang out with their family some and all that. So we're really excited to see what's coming in the relationship between our organization and Koza. We think that's going to be a really cool partnership, so stay tuned.
Yeah, and Koza, they have an apartment that they've offered to us IMB folks to stay for absolutely free. And if we had a license, they wouldn't have given us a car to use. And
Right.
and they're heaping those blessings on there. And Koza is actually part of the Hawaiian Pacific Baptist Convention, and so they are Southern Baptist. They're focused on military families primarily, but they're also focused on Japanese and unreached, unengaged people groups on the outlying islands of Okinawa. So it's just really special for us to have that relationship with them.
Yeah. And then in addition to all this stuff with Koza, we just really enjoyed some time to relax.
Got a sunburn. It was great.
Yeah, we got a little sunburn, which is, you need that when you go to the beach. So it was really good for us. Tokyo is such a high stress, intense city. So it was really good for us to go be around people who are warm and welcoming and friendly, the Japanese people who are open to reaching out to people. And for example, we were eating our last dinner on the island at this really small mom and pop shop near where we were staying. And at first we sat down, and this lady who was definitely over 90 years old, probably mid 90s, but she was really sweet, and she welcomed us, and she was checking on us in English, which was amazing.
We thought we knew Japanese, but it was actually English.
Yeah, and so for the elderly population here in Japan to speak good English is crazy to us at least, and so that was really sweet. And then if that weren't enough, then the granddad that was sitting across from us and his two grandkids, they were helping us with the menu, and then as they were leaving, the little boy approached me with this American dollar that his granddad had given him to give to me, and he insisted that I take it, and he refused to take it back. And so I have that dollar. It's going to stay in my Bible as a reminder of just the warmth and the kindness that resides within Japanese, even beneath this ridiculously hard shell of the Tokyoite. We know that it's there, and so that's going to stay in my Bible as a reminder to pray for the Japanese, as a reminder to be encouraged that these people are wonderful human beings. So so that was a really cool experience.
And
So we'll start off with our prayer requests.
pray for us as we get ready for this next quarter. So we're on a 2-week break. We're on week 2 of that break now, here at the beginning of April, and we start on the 10th. Yeah, we start back on the 10th, which means she's going into a whole new world of stuff at Naganuma. It's different, a little bit of a learning curve. And for me, just kind of rehashing things. This is my second time rehashing a course, and so it's a little bit easier this time as far as the pride and stuff goes, and I understand that it was really helpful last time, so I'm looking forward to how that's going to solidify this time.
Also, just pray for us to have wisdom as we think through all that we talked about earlier with our language learning strategy and how we might be moving to private tutoring, we might not, we don't know yet. So just pray for us and our supervisor as we talk through the different options, that we would come to a conclusion that is productive and a good strategy and something that glorifies God in the way that we spend our time.
Yeah, and we're actually going to be going this upcoming weekend, the first full weekend of April, to hang out with our friends M-san and T-san. They're a young couple here that are our friends, and
Mentioned in a previous video.
previous video. So I ask that you please pray for them continually, because they're regular contacts for us and just good friends. We might be going hiking this weekend. We don't really know. It's all kind of TBA at the moment, but we're gonna hang out with them, and so more opportunity to share the gospel and be Jesus to them.
Yep. And then pray for us as we start planning short-term teams, schedules and housing situations and all that, teams coming from the States. So just pray for us to have wisdom and time to dedicate to that, and pray that it wouldn't add to any stress levels unnecessarily. Oh, and one more prayer request I just thought of. Our pastor has been having some really strange health issues, and the doctors think it's related to stress. So just pray for our pastor, that he would have wisdom in and prioritizing. So what he needs to continue doing for the sake of the gospel, and what he needs to pull back on for the sake of his health. So just pray for his health and his wisdom in that.
You can call him Pastor K if you want a name to put with that prayer request. So that's it for us. We have a list of prayer requests that we're going to be starting to send out over the next following months. It's going to be a regular thing. It's a grouping of prayer requests from our M's all over Japan. Something to pray for every single day if you want to. But I'm going to challenge you to take one day out of your week, every week, to pray for the Japanese. Not necessarily for us, but for the Japanese specifically, that they would come to know Jesus. They're the world's second largest unreached people group. And so that's kind of weird to think because there's a Western and modern and everything, but it's the truth. They're the second largest unreached people group here. So we need your prayer, but they need your prayer more than we do. So if you'll pray for them, we'll be sending out that list. If you want to be part of our newsletter, please let us know. Send us your email and a message of some sort, whether it's Facebook or text message or email or whatever. Send us that so we can add you to that list, and our prayer list is going to go through that email list as well. All right, well, that's it for us. And I ask, if you would, please hit that subscribe button. It'll give us some features. We're shooting for 100 subscribes. And that will also allow you to know when we upload videos. Next to the subscribe button is a little bell icon. If you click that, that will alert you every time we upload something. We also have a new taste test video coming up soon. Okinawa and Sakura flavored related things. So thank you so much. We love you so much, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.